Hey everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. Hope you're all as well as you can be. I'm looking after everybody else, especially these. I'm doing this in mid-March 2020, so depending on when you're watching this, obviously we're in a COVID-19 crisis worldwide, aren't we? So look after ourselves, look after each other. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please push the old subscribe button. That'd be fantastic. Put the bell notifications there somewhere in the middle, so you know when these little specials, movie specials, etc. are coming out. Please, thumbs up's always appreciated. So I know you're out there and you're watching. It's really nice to get thumbs ups. Thanks very much. We're going to have a look at this one today. Underwater. Did it sink or did it swim? I put on the thumbnail, didn't it? But yeah, I've been looking forward to this, to be honest, since it came out a couple of months, well, a few weeks ago at the cinema. So I've finally had a chance to catch up with it, and I'll let you know a bit about the background and what I thought of it. Right, Underwater, 15 rating, an hour and 35 minutes, an action drama horror, directed by William Eubank and written by Brian Duffield and Adam Kozad. It stars Kristen Stewart, Vincent Cassell, Jessica Henwick, John Gallagher Jr., Mahmoudou Athey and T.J. Miller. And it follows a group of scientists at the bottom of the ocean, where else would they be, who encounter a group of creatures after an earthquake destroys their laboratory. Background to it, it was due to the Disney purchase of the 20th Century Fox, the release date was pushed to January 2020. Shooting took place in the spring of 2017, so by the time it was released, it was almost 3 years had passed. Was it worth it? Well, any good? Well, a budget, an okay budget, 50 million, which is looks quite low when you look at the sort of some of the effects anyway, but not all the effects. 50 million budget, 50, but it's only took back at the box office, obviously without home release, DVDs, Blu-ray, etc. It's only got about 41 million, so it's a little bit of a flop and a disappointment. The critics' Rotten Tomatoes. The film holds an approval rating of just 46% based on 189 reviews, as an average rating of just 5.17 out of 10, which again isn't that great. The site's critical consensus reads, Underwater's strong cast and stylish direction aren't enough to distract from the strong sense of deja vu provoked by this claustrophobic thriller's derivative story. On Metacritic Metascore rating, the film has a weighted average score of just 4.9 out of 10, so quite low again. That's based on 35 critics. And it does score anywhere between 3 out of 10 and 7.5 out of 10. One of the less impressed was Variety's Owen Gleiberman, who only gave it 3 out of 10 and wrote, Underwater is a stupefying entertainment in which every claustrophobic space and apocalyptic crash of water registers as a slick visual trigger. Yes, it's all built on top of a dramatic void. It's boredom in sense around. The Hollywood Reporter, John DeFore, is a bit kinder to it. He gave it 7 out of 10, which is a good score. He wrote, this is a creature feature whose gory jump scares and ictastic critter design, I'll have to look that word up, ictastic, I've not heard of that one before, critter design are the reasons you're here. An ensemble led by Kristen Stewart brings credible camaraderie to the scenario without quite matching the vivid chemistry of Alien and its best descendants. With such a tightly packed survival tale ahead of them, though few viewers will be calling out for more character development. Yeah, I will come to that in a moment. Internet Movie Database user rating, Joe Public, 6.1 out of 10, so just about a watchable rating, but not great. Lindsay Sears wrote, one of the users who watched this, she wrote, it was a creative thriller, gave it 9 out of 10. And she wrote, I was so pleasantly surprised by this movie. The trailer looks a bit generic, but the movie exceeded expectations. I screamed, I jumped, I held my breath and hugged myself. Just what I wanted out of a fun, thrilling day at the theatre. A shame it didn't do better. In my opinion, it is better than 80% of the routine, unimaginative, flat action thrillers Hollywood has spit out recently. The writing and characters are great. We'll watch again for a good time. Well, very impressed. But on the other side, where did creativity go? This is Victor Alberto Santamaria, who only gave it 3 out of 10. This is a non-original story, but the real problem is that it is not well directed and has a bad screenplay too. It is not exciting at all. It is a shameful and scandalous bad copy of Alien that is not worthy to talk about. MGN review, my little review. So just quoting from what I wrote on this, I do echo some of the sentiments you've probably heard actually. I say, if characters are going to be threatened and face death in a movie, I at least want to care about one or two of them. Yes, the film quickly gets waist deep in watery, dangerous action sequences, but it means there is little or no character development at all. And even Kristen Stewart, who takes the pivotal role's brief verbal introduction, is not enough to make you care less if she survives or not. A great shame in a film that is what Alien meets Crawl. I did like Crawl last year, but sadly is a shadow of both these movies. As a DVD streaming film, it is just about watchable, but only just. As a visit to the cinema, the big screen experience may have helped, but at a runtime of less than 90 minutes, I actually got a little bored despite plenty of on-screen jeopardy and action. So my little MGN rating overall, I'm not gonna, whether it was at the cinema or at home, I was a little bit disappointed. So I'm only going to give it a 5.5 out of 10, which is just a little bit under a watchable. I mean, watchable rating from me, because yes, in an hour and a half, I did get bored, and yes, it had been 2.5 hours, fair enough. But you don't expect to be bored in an actiony film like this when it's only for an hour and a half. Anyway, you let me know what your thoughts. It's actually out to buy online and at your local store, due out on the 14th of April 2020. So that's underwater. Yeah, please let me know what you thought. I've appeared at the cinemas in early January, so you probably had a chance to watch this, but I would have been a little bit disappointed if I'd gone to the cinema to watch this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little review. Please let me know your comments. Follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. I'm on Facebook at Bernard Deneen with links to movie game nostalgia.com, my little website for old rare DVDs, posters from the 90s and 2000s, and board games. So if you have a look on there, much appreciated. My little day job. That whatever you're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, look after your family, and keep an extra eye on those that you know are vulnerable, who may be near you in these trying times. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll watch something again very soon. This is Bernard saying goodbye for now. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.